Grand Rising, Elizabeths. Welcome. Today is the winter solstice, December 21st, 2023, the longest night of the year and the shortest day. Okay, so y'all ready for this? Okay, we're stepping out of the darkness today, y'all, with the longest night, right?
Huh?
But I was listening to some things about the solstice, and but what I really want to share is the part about um that this is the time of year where you can't truly impress on your consciousness whatever it is you want to manifest. And that ability to press on your consciousness, and that we should be doing lots of meditation to impress on our consciousness between now and March 1st. And then after that, it's done. The progress of the year is done in quarters, like from January to March, March, April, May to June, like just like the solstice, winter, winter solstice, spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox. Is done in the same pattern as that. I do my wealth consciousness work every year. I definitely want to do a vision board event. And even if we do one, for this group where we get together and do our vision boards together, it'll only be an hour, so y'all gonna have to come to class because vision board class is more than an hour. But we can start doing the informational work to get you grounded into how to do it, you know. But yeah, it's the new year, y'all. It's a new day, it's time to really complete. When I start thinking about 2023, it's been a blur.
Mm.
It went by so fast. Like I've been saying to myself, what really happened this year?
Yep.
What did I go anywhere? Did I do anything? Was I just in the grind? So tough I didn't even pay attention. Right. I know it went by really fast. I know that part. So yeah. So like really getting complete, it's really important. But one thing I learned from doing wealth consciousness work, it's how we always wait to the end of the year to complete the whole year of what we don't want anymore, what we leaving behind, what we carrying forward. Well, I started a practice of completing every month. Like, what happened this month that I'm not doing that no more? What happened, and then creating something new to take its place. And so I think a lot of times it's like, when it gets to this time of the year, it's like, I don't really have anything because I've been dumping all year, So usually I do a winter solstice event, and we do a burning bowl where you burn everything that you no longer are, wanting in your life, right? And I also burn that I do want in my life, because letting the universe know I'm not attached to that either, because the universe can have something more than what I'm even thinking about in store for me. So this is what I like, but I'm not attached to it. That's how come I'm willing to burn it, because this is what I like, but I'm not attached to it. And really leaving. Oh, I'm okay. So as I'm talking, I'm getting a download as I'm talking to y'all. It's like,
Okay.
um, oh yeah, just took my thought completely out. Um, yeah, so as I do the year, I'm cleaning as I go, cleaning as I go. So when I'm at the end of the year, it's like, okay, what do I want to leave behind? What am I taking forward, right? And but I'm feeling more like I have a clean slate because I am moving. So it's really, I am stepping into a clean slate, a clean space, right? And it's been really with ease and grace that I've moved. It's been, before it'd be like, but no, this time it was like ease and grace. I've declared what's new. I'm not moving myself anymore. That part of my life is over. I will be having to move. If I have to move a couple more times in life, somebody will be moving me. I won't be doing it. Right. So that was a breakthrough. So that was a breakthrough. Right. And because at one point I was like, dang, in my last life, was I a mover? I had moved so many times. It's like, was I a mover? Professional mover? Right? The hell? Um, so yeah, so today is a special day. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to Michael Beck's with Visioning. You know, I think we did that last year, but we're going to listen to his visioning tape meditation. But what we're going to think about is what abundance, prosperity, and wealth that we want to create. That's what we're going to impress on our consciousness today. What abundance, wealth, and prosperity that we want to create in our lives. And like actually in the just start seeing ourselves doing it. He does a guided meditation, but we're going to focus on those three things because it's an experiment to see us impressing that on our consciousness. Will our consciousness actually go, okay, here you go? Right? Because that's the key. Asking it is given. So if this is the time to ask, we're going to ask. It's 3, 4, 5 of us on the call. We go ask the 5 of us on the call because if you ain't here, you gonna miss. But you can listen to it later. But the 5 of us, Stacy, like, oh no, you won't be leaving me out. Look at she jumped in. That is so funny. Grand Rising, Lolly. Grand Rising, Stacy.
Grand Rising.
Hey Stacy, I was just saying, if you ain't here, you gonna miss out because we gonna roll out. And as soon as I said that, I was like, Stacy's like, oh no, I'm on it.
Right. Like I was on the phone. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah. I was like, you jumped right in. I was like, Stacy, like, oh no, I'm on it. So what we're doing today, Stacy, we're gonna do a guided meditation led by Michael Beckwith. It's his visioning. It's his visioning tape. You can go on YouTube and get it, right? But what we're gonna was listening to some things last night about the winter solstice, which is what we're honoring, anchoring ourselves in. There's a winter solstice today, the longest night and the shortest day. But it's also an opportunity to complete some things. And also, it's the time that our conscious mind is open for impression. So it's an opportunity. And so every day, you guys, the other part about it is every day you want to take time to meditate for the next 3 months, every day, because this is the time that you can impress on your consciousness what you want to have happen. So every day you want to take a few minutes to really focus on what you want to have happen, see it, think it, see it, see yourself doing it, enjoying it, having it, being it, right? And feeling it. And then after you do that, feel it. So that's just how we're going to do our meditation today. As he's talking and guiding in the meditation, you want to think it, see it, and feel it. Right? And that's how we're going to impress it on our subconscious. So y'all ready to go?
Rev, do you want the 15 or 30-minute?
See what time? Oh, we could do the 30-minute. That'll be a nice meditation. Right?
What was the 3 again? Abundance, wealth, and what?
Prosperity.
Prosperity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so y'all ready to go? And then anybody else who comes in, they'll just have to come in. Okay, look, let me see them. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. I got a big black spot. Okay, it's that orange one. It's that orange one.
And this is 15-minute.
Yeah,
no,
we're
one
gonna
above
do
it.
the 30-one, the 30-minute one.
Yeah.
The vision, yeah, that one. Yeah.
When I was accepted to SG.
Obviously, you see, I was using it. Oh.
I am Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of Agape International here in Los Angeles. And there's a community here that has emerged in abundance, and we're in that field now. So we're now co-creating in this beautiful community is the field of intelligence and the beauty and love and prosperity and wealth and abundance. And we're in that field now.
Oh, excuse me.
You hear it?
Excuse me. Yeah, stop for 1 second.
Okay. Mhm.
That's the community I'm out to create in my ministry. A community where we come from wealth and abundance. That's who we are. That's what we're about. A miracle-minded community. Okay, that's what I want to say. Go ahead.
Awesome. I'm glad I'm part of it.
Me
Yeah,
too.
we're a miracle-minded community. Yeah.
So being in this field, I invite you to turn within for a moment as we evoke this presence and this power and this love. We evoke this divine intelligence. We evoke the presence which is never an absence, through the vitalizing feeling tone of gratitude and thanksgiving and appreciation, so that our perceptual windows are cleansed from the inside out. And we begin to see that all around us is a presence of love and beauty, another name for God. We recognize this presence and become so unified with this presence that we're able to say, I am. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. No distance or separation whatsoever. And the word that is being spoken is the word of the I am. Naming these precious moments together, magnificent to the tearing down of any seeming stronghold, to negativity, any stronghold of anything that would hinder, delay, block, or obstruct the fullness of life from expressing through us right now. I embrace the idea that something wonderful is happening, and it's happening to, through, and as us right now. These are great moments together, and I let it be now and forever, and so it is. Amen.
Yeah.
The universe will answer every question that you ask. And we're learning to not ask disempowering questions. We're asking questions that empower us. In the life visioning process, we begin like this. We establish ourselves in a field of meditation, surrounded by love, and then we ask. And I'm going to go through this with you, but I'm going to give it to you first, then we're going to practice it. We ask, what is the highest vision for my life? What is God's idea of itself as my life? What's trying to emerge in my life? What gift is trying to unfold in my life? We ask these kind of questions because we know when we ask a question sincerely, the universe, through its law, will answer those questions. And as we begin to listen with our inner ear, the ear beyond the ear, we begin to listen. We start to feel and see and sense a vision for our life. How do we know it's from the spirit, the higher self, or just something we're making up? Through practice, you're able to tell the difference. If it's just from the limited ego, sometimes it's just up for you. If it's from the spirit, what the vision will entail will benefit everyone. Whenever it comes from the spirit, no one's ever hurt and no one ever loses. Everyone wins. If it's from the ego, you may win, but somebody else may lose. So we ask, what is God's idea of itself as my life? What's trying to emerge? And then the second question we ask, what must I become in order to manifest the vision I'm now beginning to articulate? What must I become? This is the question that keeps us on our growing edge. We're always changing. We just want to participate in our own change. We want to change for the better. So when we ask, what must I become? We're saying, where must I grow? Where must I evolve? in order for this vision to manifest, because we can't have what we're not willing to become in consciousness. We can't have what we're not willing to become. It's an impossibility. We may be able to get something temporarily, but we will not be able to hold on to it because vibrationally we haven't become it. So we ask, what must we become in order to manifest the vision? Third question, what do I have already that can be used in service to the vision I'm now learning to articulate? What do I already have? To he or she who has, more shall be given. But to he or she who has not, even that which they have shall be taken away. So you begin to feel what you already have. You think about the resources that are already in your life. You begin to consider the talents and gifts and the capacities that you already have. So you begin to feel that you are a haver. You're being and having. That becomes your dominant vibration. Being and having. So then the law responds to that. And your beingness expands and your having is multiplied. Does that make sense? I think it does. Now, the next question we ask, and we're going to do this, by the way. What must I let go of that no longer serves me? What used to serve but doesn't serve me now that I'm willing to let go of? Now, we ask these questions without censorship or denial or blame or shame. This is an awareness exercise. We're just asking a question and becoming aware. What no longer serves me? What habits no longer serve me? What speech? What kind of conversations? What kind of food? It doesn't serve me anymore. It doesn't help me. I don't need to do this anymore. We just look at it. And then after we ask those questions, what's the highest vision for my life? What must I become? Number 3, what do I have? Number 4, what must I let go of? Number 5, we begin to tap into the sacred yes. Dynamic willingness. We begin to open ourselves up and feel the vibratory feeling of willingness. So that you know, any time in your life, in order for you to accomplish anything, you had to be willing. You had to say yes. You had to move out of the comfort zone of maybe, and I don't know. Listen to this, because nothing good, nothing great has ever come from the comfort zone. Our willingness, our yes, our sacred yes, takes us out of the zone of comfort. We embrace yes. Then, after that, we evoke the presence. So, what's the vision? You articulate it. What must I become? Number 2. What do I have in my house? Number 3. What must I let go of? Number 4. Activate my divine willingness. Number 5. Dynamic willingness and yes, yes. And the evocation of a dynamic prayer. That's what visioning is. It becomes a dynamic practice. I want you to put your feet firmly on the ground. I want you to take everything out of your hands. I want you to just tense up your body a little bit and just squeeze everything. Take a deep breath and just release. I want you to have your back straight without being rigid. And begin to close your eyes, but listen to my voice. as we enter into a mini life visioning session. As you close your outer eye and you hear the sound of my voice, I want you to remember a time in your life in which you felt the vibration of unconditional love. That's number one. Perhaps it came through the touch of a grandparent, a friend, a lover, an associate, a pet. Just tap into the feeling tone of unconditional love. Feel what it feels like. If it's difficult, imagine what it feels like. And begin to feel what unconditional love feels like. It's a field of love and total givingness. I'm going to invite you to take a breath, and when you hear me clap my hand, you're going to multiply this feeling times 10. Breathe in, hold, release, multiply times 10. The feeling tone of unconditional love. Take another breath, breathe in, a little bit more air in. The feeling tone of unconditional love multiplied times 50. You're in a field of safety, in a field of unconditional love. Yes. We're going to do it once again, and we're going to multiply times 100. Breathe in. A little bit more air in. Suspend it. Release. Times 100. So you're living in a field now of unconditional love, magnified 10, 50, 100. Exponential growth in the feeling tone of love and safety and well-being. Now in this field, we're now going to enter into a very empowering question. I want you to ask, what is God's idea of itself as my life? Or begin to ask, what is the highest vision for my life? Or begin to ask, what's trying to emerge in my life right now? What great gift is trying to emerge in my life right now? Feel it in your bones. We're participating in the vision process by asking a question from a deep sense of love. What's the universe up to with my life? What's trying to be born through me? What gifts, talents, and capacities are trying to emerge through me right now? Whether it is a sight or a sound, an image, a feeling. Don't judge it. Don't censor it. Feel into it and remember it. The universe is speaking to you. You're listening. You've made yourself available.
Hey, business owners and growth marketers. I'm excited to show you one of my favorite tools called Triple Well. In a previous life, I was a partner and owned a 200-person, 450 client agency.
We go to stage 3. What must I become? Ask this question. What must I become in order for the vision to manifest? What must I become? What is my growing edge? Where must I grow? Where must I change in order for this great vision to happen through me? Again, this is not to elicit guilt. It is just an awareness. Where must I grow? What habits must change? Perceptions must change. What conversations must change? As we continue with what we must become, we hold that space and we ask, what can I now let go of that no longer serves me? What no longer serves me that I'm willing to let go of? Habits, conversations, what no longer serves me? This is an awareness exercise. And very importantly, what do I already have that can be in service to the vision? What resources do I already have? What gifts and talents do I have? So I end up feeling right now that I have, in a grand state of being, that I have. Remember, to he and she who has more is given. What do you have? What resources do you have? What talents do you have that you might be sitting on, that might be latent, that might not be fully developed, but they're within you? Let's feel into these stages again. One, the feeling tone of unconditional love and safety. Two, what's the divine vision for my life? Three, what must I become in order to manifest this vision? Four, what do I already have that can be in service to the vision? Five, what must I let go of? Be with those now for just a moment. Let the universe speak to you. Now, feel into the vibratory frequency of willingness. Let us activate our sacred yes. Feel what yes feels like. Beyond no, beyond maybe, a soulful commitment. Feel into yes. Feel into willingness. If you've ever been willing to do or to be anything in life, feel into the frequency of willingness. And as we did earlier, take a breath. Let go. Multiply the feeling times 10. Willingness. Take a breath. Multiply it times 50. Willingness. I'm willing. I'm willing. Take a breath. A little bit more air in, please. Let go. The vibration of willingness is all about us. We become willing and we say yes to the vision. Give yourself permission. We say yes to our becoming. Becoming more, never less than our true self. We say yes. To the willingness, we say yes. The willingness to become, yes. The willingness to embrace what we have. Yes, to letting go what no longer serves us. It begins with the willingness. Where there is willfulness, there's a wall. Where there's willingness, there's a way. Yes. Feel into that right now. And from this dynamic consciousness of willingness, a beginning articulation of a sacred and divine vision for our life, the life that is activating the divine design within us, a divine and magnificent destiny within us. Everyone has a magnificent destiny. The word is spoken for each being in the sound of my voice, with a full, vitalizing, feeling tone of gratitude and thanksgiving and pure recognition that life is for me and never against me, and that life is everywhere. I feel totally connected with this divine presence, and I speak the vibratory word for each being that's listening to me right now, setting them free from restriction and limitation. I speak the word for each being, knowing that this word is a law of elimination that would hinder, delay, obstruct, or deny the fullness of life from expressing through these beings right now.
Okay, so you've got a file server, you have Microsoft 365. You want to get rid of that file server. But what does it look like?
And that they see it now. The word is spoken for their success beyond reason, beyond logic. Their success beyond what they can even imagine now begins to take hold in their life. And everything begins to work together for their individual and collective good. I see it. I give thanks for it. I know it is so. I feel it in my bones. And I release this word knowing that it cannot and will not return void, but it must return fulfilled thereof. It's returned already. These beings are free, embracing their sacred yes to the grand vision of their life. And for this, I do give thanks, and I let it be now and forever. And so it is. Amen. Now, slowly open your eyes and take just a moment to write down any key phrases, any key things you've seen where your vision is concerned, whether it's a feeling, an impulse, a full-on vision, a sacred sign or a symbol or a sound. Write it down. It may not make sense now, but it will later. Write it down. Write down to the best of your ability what you must become now, where you must grow. Write down what you already have in your house. Write down what you're willing to let go of. No longer serves you anymore. Let me just tell you that everyone is different. Some people are more visual, they see things. Some people are auditory, they hear things. Some people are very kinesthetic, they feel things. Some people are very intuitive, they catch things, they're able to intuit it without a feeling. Some people, and many people, are a combination of everything. They kind of feel it, they kind of see it, they hear it. And if nothing came through for you at this time, that's okay. You're just planting seeds. And what you may discover, what many people discover, is that it doesn't happen in the formal vision setting. It happens in a dream when they're about to fall asleep, or sometimes they're daydreaming, or sometimes they're doing something else, and a vision will come into their mind because they set something in motion through the life visioning process. So what I want you to do is become a student of life visioning. I want you to practice it on a regular basis as you practice sacred meditation, as you practice affirmative prayer, as you practice stating your affirmations. I want you to become a student of life visioning, so this becomes a regular part of your spiritual practice, so that you'll begin to become sensitive to the still small voice. There's so much power in you. There's so much brilliance in you. There's so much love in you. There's so much success waiting to express through you, because this spirit never made a meaningless act, never did a do-over, never repeated itself. You are a unique expression of infinite potential, and you're here to flesh it out. You're here to bring it out of yourself, to participate in your own unfolding. So remember this, and keep writing things down as they come to you, and keep practicing the life visioning. It's my joy to support you in your spiritual growth, development, and unfoldment, which continues forever. Yes? Peace and blessings.
Yes.
Thank you.
Peace and blessings. Okay, y'all. That was juicy, juicy, juicy. Okay, y'all, that was juicy, juicy, juicy. Especially, hey, Star, Who's Google Pixel 7 Pro? Who's that? Who that? Who you with? Who that? Where you
That's
go?
me, Keisha.
That's Lucky.
Keisha.
Hey, Lucky, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, ladies. Woo, woo.
Okay, how was it? Okay, let me just ask, because I got a lot to say about it, because I'm on fire now. What y'all get out of that?
I want to say I was present for the whole thing. I did not fall asleep.
That's a breakthrough, bro, breakthrough. Come on. The girl waking up, waking up.
Yeah,
Oops, sorry.
just confirmation of what of the decisions I had made to implement in my life. After Saturday night, and I got up and danced with Nawili, and danced. I said, "Oh, I can't remember the steps." So I said, "I'll do more of this." So yeah.
Really good. What did you guys get out of that?
I got being more aware of what it is that I need to or what I already have, what I need to let go of, what I need to become.
Okay,
And
tell us what it is, what it is, what it is, what it look like.
And if
okay,
you
so
can come
I
on
wrote
screen,
down,
please do.
I wrote down I already have a gift of giving love and forgiveness, and I need to let go of unfruitful feelings, thoughts, emotions, and conversations, and I must become a better listener and a better friend.
Okay, there you go. Yes. When you say it out loud, y'all, I don't, okay, so I'm just declaring our space is safe so that whatever we need to say, that we can say it out loud, because when we can say it out loud, we can multiply it. Right? There's this thing. See, we actually think that nobody is feeling what we feeling, got what we got, or whatever. But if everybody in here got some version of that, Stacy. But I'm not just talking to you, but you were the one that were talking, because everybody has some version of what you were saying. But the part that we have never been taught is that when we share what we feel, or we just share, period, that it increases. By sharing, we increase. So that's what I want everybody on here, to really get out of that. So thank you. Anything else, Stacy?
I just I'm glad we did that exercise, because I don't think I meditate enough, and I got out of it that I need to do this every day, and to be able to keep that energy alive and be more sensitive
Very good,
to
Stacy.
what my thoughts are and what I say I have, what I need to become and what I need to get rid of. To focus on that every day, so that when any situation comes up, I'll be more sensitive to be able to actually do what I say that I need to become, or what have you.
Yeah, very powerful. Very powerful, Stacy. That was the whole point. Like today is the winter solstice, and anchoring ourselves in the energy of the winter solstice. That's what this whole exercise was about, because it's from now to March 1st that our consciousness is open to receive whatever we impress upon it. So it's really the time, this is the time for manifesting. So that's what come ahead as to, okay, so I'm so geeked, right? Because I'm so geeked. I'm really trying to hold myself down over here. Because I actually did, what is God's idea of me and my life in the area of abundance, prosperity, and wealth? Oh my God, I'm gone. Okay, just God's idea. It's just like, what, God? Oh, okay, God. It's like I really could hear, right? It's my birthright. It's my birthright. Oh my God. I'm geeked, because I've impressed that into my subconscious. Now my subconscious will respond to me.
Mhm.
So we really got to really get what's going on right here. Okay. Right. I impressed that in my subconscious. So now my subconscious like, what? But what we got to do is what you said, Stacy. We must meditate every day.
Mhm.
Like when he was saying that thing, okay, now take a deep breath, now another deep breath, on the snapping my finger, clapping my hand, expand unconditional. I was like, hey, I felt my space just expand. Then he said 100 times, woo! I was okay, so I'm a Libra. Don't tell me to go out there. Don't tell me to go. Don't tell me to go. Don't give me permission to leave.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, it is. Oh Lord, for me, it's like, woo!
You better come back, come back.
Yes. Yes, it really does become, and so what is God's highest vision for me? What's trying to emerge from my life? What? What is that? I didn't even really get an answer to that. Like, what's want to emerge? Because it's like, it's like it started coming out. Oh my God, what is that? So I got to meditate on that a little bit more. Like, what wants to emerge from me? Right? It's like I'm going to give birth out of my. Okay. Oh, that's so deep. It's like I want to give birth out of my throat, but my thing is communication. My power is in my throat chakra. That's what comes right because I'm supposed to be talking to a whole bunch of people, a whole room of people, right? So like that. So yeah, that's how we want to share today. So you can actually get the feeling of the whole thing. Stacy, is there anything else for you, Stacy, before you go? Anything else you want to say about what happened in the meditation?
Well, I started feeling feelings of love, joy, peace, and like the scripture says, long suffering, meekness, kindness, all
Yeah.
of the things that is not against the laws of God, but
Yes.
that are fruits of the spirit that
Yes.
I want to manifest, and I want to keep them at the forefront of my mind because
Yes.
it will help me manifest all of the things that I know that God wants for me, because I believe that I'm going to be a lender and not the borrower. I believe that I'm going to live in abundance, and I believe that I'm going to have a lot to give.
Mm-hmm.
And I just believe that.
I just want you to, okay, I got a couple of things. Oh, Stacy, I love you because you just bring it, right? Not only do I want you to have a lot to give, but I want you to have just as much to receive.
Yes,
You
yes,
leave
yes,
receiving out.
yes,
Okay, so
yes.
I want you to be able, as much as you give, I want you got to know giving and receiving are the same. So whatever you really, because it's the law of reciprocity. If you give it,
Mhm,
it's coming back. And you got to be
mhm,
willing to accept it. That's the part for you.
mhm.
Because
Okay.
you don't really accept, because mostly somebody try to give you something, you'd be like, I'm good.
Mhm. But I'm learning to
Yes.
receive. I'm
Yes.
definitely learning to receive.
Yes. And you don't even have to learn to receive. You just got to be open to receive. You ain't got to learn it.
Okay.
Can you get that? You about to
Yep.
make it hard.
I am open to receive. I
I
am
am
open
open
to.
that's
I'm
it
open.
right there. And ain't nothing to learn about that. It's just to be open.
Mhm.
Right. And it was just something else you said too. I wanted to point out because it was super, super powerful. Um, Dang, what did you just say? You said that can you repeat what
About
you just
about the fruits of the spirit, love,
Oh
joy.
yes, that part right there. Okay. So that part where you talk about long suffering.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna just this me. You can take it however you want to. I
Mhm.
don't hear long suffering does not feel like a fruit of the spirit to me. I don't think God wants me to suffer no kind of way. Right?
But when I say long suffering, I say it from the standpoint of um we're all going to have things that we face in this life, and
Yes.
then we're going to all have things that we have to and must go through. But the
Yes.
spirit in which we go through it is different than a spirit of someone who doesn't understand that this is a part of life. So to
Yes.
suffer well, to suffer not
No,
like
God,
with
okay, wait a minute,
attitude.
hold on. Let's talk about this for 1 minute. I just gotta say this. Let's talk about this one. If God is all good all the time, what suffering got to do with it? Because good and suffering, they can't go together.
Well, I just I don't know. I look at it from the standpoint of being a realist. And
Okay,
sometimes when we go through life, we do suffer things, but the word suffer doesn't mean it has to be, I don't think it has to mean that anguish or despair or,
oh yeah, that's what suffering means, honey. But I'm gonna give you something else and you can take it or not.
Mhm,
Because a lot of times suffering, what's entailed in suffering is
mhm.
being patient.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm,
When I really start to really meditate deeply on long suffering, because I'm like, oh, that don't feel like God. That don't feel like God to me. What came back is patience.
mhm, mhm.
The patience to know that whatever I'm going through, there's an end to it.
Right.
A lot of times being patient feels like suffering. When it's gonna happen? Oh my God, when I'm gonna get my turn? Oh, how long I gotta go? If you be patient and wait
Mhm,
on God. So for me, I turn long suffering into patience.
mhm.
Because if we really, really look, a lot of times when we're suffering, it's because we're not being willing to be patient and wait on God.
Mhm.
So I just want to offer you that. You can accept it or not, but I don't
I,
think, it's just like when it comes to what's heavenly things and earthly things, like love and fear cannot live in the same space.
mhm.
You
I
can't.
just think about the scripture that say that they that live godly shall suffer persecution, but also and also that tribulation worketh patience. But the whole outcome, when we know what the end is going to be and the outcome is, we can go through it much better. Is the best way I can explain it.
Okay, I get that, but okay, I'm just someone who I question certain things that were written in the Bible because persecution, right? Because you're only going to be only way you could be persecuted is you a vibrational match for persecution. That's the only way you can suffer is that you are a vibrational match for persecution. Otherwise, you're not going to be persecuted.
Can you explain that?
So, okay, okay, oh, okay. If you can Google it. It's called emotional. What's it called? Emotional guidance, a guidance thing, right? If you really look at it emotionally, the emotional guidance at the bottom is
Emotional
upset.
guidance scale.
Okay, emotional guidance skill. Thank you, Lakeisha. I didn't have the whole thing because I'm a little hyped. And Stacy making me come back because I'm gone, but Stacy making me have to come back, and I ain't, I'm out in the ethers.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What's that question? Um, I'm already out in the ethers trying to get my abundance together. Hold on. The emotional. Okay, there you go. Can you take one of those and blow it up so I can see it bigger? Any one of them. I don't care. Can you make any one of them bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you. This is the emotional. So this is the thing. Your emotions are your Geiger counter. How
Mhm.
you attract what you need in your life is through your emotions,
Mhm.
right? Okay, we just need to chart
Yeah. Let's see that. Let's see.
the whole thing. Then can you click on it and see if the whole thing will come up? Or go back to one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
there it
go.
is.
There we
Yeah.
go. Okay. So if you scroll all the way up, okay. So when I say a vibrational match, you see at the bottom, at the lower ones are all the anger and the upset, the fear, the grief, the depression, the insecurity, the guilt, the unworth, the jealousy, the hatred, the anger, the encouragement, the blame, the worry, the doubt, the disappointment. Okay, you only can have that stuff if you a match for it. if I'm on love, fear can't come over here. If
Mhm.
if I'm inside of my power, nothing powerless can come to me because I'm inside of power.
Mhm.
And power and being powerless, they can't come together. Because if I'm in power, can you see over here? It says these are all the lower vibrations.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're in a lower, the only reason you could get a lower vibration is that you hanging out down there with the lower vibration.
Mhm.
Right? As you
Mhm.
go, okay, that's what I mean by a vibrational match. See, not you angry. A whole bunch of angry people don't come around me. Why? Because I don't hang out in anger. I don't hang out there. Never bored. Why? Because I don't hang out there. When people come to me and say, I'm bored, how is that possible? That's impossible in my world. I don't hang out. I don't hang out here. And if I find myself over here, I snap out of it quickly because I know I'm in the wrong territory. I'm vibing too low.
Mhm.
COVID, and people who died of COVID is because they lived in this domain. COVID was long-standing emotional issues not dealt with. All that anger, upset, worry, people swallowed. Right? Okay, can you move up a little bit to the higher vibrations? So if you start to look at the higher vibrations, right? This is where I like to hang out. I like to hang out and enjoy. You notice most of the time when I come to the car, I be hyped. They be in a circle with me. I come in a circle hype. They be like, oh my God, here she come again. Joy, appreciation, freedom, love, passion, enthusiasm, eagerness, happiness, positive, expectation, belief. That's miracle-minded thinking up there. That's where I want to hang out. Miracle-minded thinking. I don't be worried. Why? Because I figured out that worry was praying in reverse. If you worrying about something, you praying in reverse, you're not gonna get what you're asking for. Right. So I don't hang out down in the lower vibrations. If I find myself there, I do something to get my praise on.
Yes.
Put on some music. I start praising. I get happy. I bring the joy in. I think about the time that I was really, really happy. Or I think about people who I hang out with that I get, and I can get myself. Girl, I listen to a 30-minute tape. You see, I'm on the wild. But I actually came to the call on the wild this morning because the first thing Queen Aduni said to me is like, why you on hype? You said hello. I was like, hello. She's like, oh, hell nah. You coming on the call on hype? Right? Because my spirit already know I was going to listen to Michael Beckwith and get shot to the moon. So that's what I'm talking about. A vibrational match. Most people have a hard time in relationship because they try to hook up with somebody that they're not a vibrational match with. Right? If somebody comes around me and I'm on passion and enthusiasm, and they come, I'll be like, okay, where am I being disappointed or overwhelmed? Because if you come and talk to me and you in any of that, by the time you get through talking to me, you won't be in that no more. I'm into being miracle minded and having the people around me be miracle minded. That's what I'm here for. That's what God put me here for. God put me here for what I'm bringing to the planet right now. Like when it says, what's God's grandest version? When I first got this, because I heard about Michael Beth, when I first got this, what God gave me to bring to the world now is wealth consciousness. How to raise your vibration, how to think something different, how to speak something different, how to be. So that's what I mean by being a vibrational match, Stacy. You get it? That's what I mean.
Screenshotting.
Huh?
You can't see me, but can I say something? So I normally carry my emotional scale with me for years in my purse so I can just keep track of where I'm at. But if y'all look at the number 1, they say that if you can try your best to stay in that high vibration, a number of joy, freedom, appreciation, that wealth don't have no choice but to come.
Exactly.
I never forgot that when my coach had told me that wealth don't have no choice but to come when you are living on that level.
And just to piggyback on everything that's been said, it's a choice, and through meditation, I think that helps us to make that choice of being
Yes.
appreciative,
Yes.
more loved, more
Yes.
compassion.
Yes.
Because we
Yes.
all have traumas that we carry, or our parents' issues that we carry that make us worry. Oh, I worry because my mother used to worry. Okay, so I know that. And when I'm thinking that, okay, I want to shift that.
Yes.
Have something to shift it.
Yes. Well, most people don't think they have the power to shift it. Right. And so that's why, Michael was saying you have to empower yourself. But most people don't even know that they don't even know when they're there. They don't even know what they're saying. When we started the call today, Evelyn was talking about her grandson. And I gave her a little coaching around her grandson, but it's just like, okay, what are you saying about him? That whatever you're saying, your words create your world. Your words create your word. In the beginning, there was word. How God created was through word. Let there be. So we're saying a lot of stuff that's disempowering and we don't even know it. So when I hear disempower, okay, so my thing is words, Stacy. So when I hear disempowering words, I go, do I want that word? Because I know my words are create my world. So when I got to long suffering, I went, no, I don't think I'm doing long suffering. I had done enough of it. I had done enough. Right after my mama died, I went into a whole world of long suffering. I had done enough. So no, I'm not doing that anymore. But now, can I be patient and know that in this walk, this spiritual walk, God gonna work it out for me? Can I be patient and trust that? Yes, I can. Because at this point, I started this walk in 2007. If I had not become someone different, I'd be pissed off with God right now because this show taking a long time from 2007 to now. I'd be pissed off. It's like it don't take this long. What the hell? Hello, God.
Can you come over here?
Did you pass me by? What's going on?
Right.
Right. But I understood. The Course of Miracles says infinite patience creates infinite results. Okay, I'm down with that. I'll be patient infinitely for the infinite result. Yes, I will do that. Because results. And if you really know me, I'm out for results of doing the work, of doing this kind of work. What's the result of doing this kind of work? That's what that's what turns me on.
And when we think about, let's think about the words, and when I think about when people say, don't forget to do this, the action word is forget. And I said, what do you want me to do? Don't forget. And I said, what do you want me to do? And then they look at me and I said, you want me to remember?
Yeah.
Remember, versus forget, because forget, blah, 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 right?
Yes.
So if you say suffer, that's the action word.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what adjective you put in, so long suffering, short suffering, quick suffering, the suffer is the word that my body and my mind is hearing, and it's like suffer.
Yeah.
So yeah, just that switch of the word of that,
Yes.
like you said, patience.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah. That's the piece about that for me.
Yeah, I just looked it up because I'm always like Googling and doing stuff. And
yes, that's what's up. That's
in the
what's
Bible.
up,
Yeah, in the Bible, long suffering is often used to describe, like you said, patience, particularly in the face of trials, adversity, or the faults of others. It implies enduring suffering, provocation, or other difficulties for a long time without losing one's temper or becoming annoyed. In a biblical context, is frequently associated with God's patient and enduring love towards humanity, despite the flaws and mistakes. This concept is integral to Christian teaching about love, forgiveness, and the nature of divine grace.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's okay. okay, so I just gotta say this, Stacy. I'm a
Mhm.
minister, right? But I've been a Buddhist almost 50 years. But God came and said, I want you to be a minister. That thing, being a minister was so out of my wheelhouse. When I heard it, I was like, oh, I know. I had just started going through the spiritual thing. I'm like, okay, me be a minister. I know something is really wrong right now because I know I could hear it. Right. But I'm like, that cannot be right. I am too. I cuss, I smoke, I drink, I sex. How could that be possible? I called my girlfriend up. I was like, oh, something's going on. She's like, what's going on? I was like, I think I just heard the call to be a minister. Just what she said. I'll be right over. It was, everybody knew that was an emergency.
She's hearing things. They're gonna cast that demon out.
That's funny.
She having a breakdown. I'll be right over. And she came right over too, because that was like, she like had to come to make sure I was okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, but I'm really clear why God chose me, because I love to study. Do you know, I just done broke this house down. What he done mostly took out of that house, out of this house, was books. He was like, oh, you like to read, don't you? Because I love to read. And I've read most of those books. Right. And wait a minute, I'm so bad about it. He was putting this stuff in, some of the stuff in storage, some of my books in storage. I came home with 10 books. I'm like, I can't be at home with no books. I gotta have some books. But the thing about me is I will study, I will look it up. I ask the universe questions. I ask God questions. You know, I'm a Buddhist. I did a 10-day fast. God gave me the Bible. I was on the ground laughing. I'm like, you gonna give me a Bible that's the answer to my problems? What the hell is a Bible? Okay, fine. What you want me to do with the book? I want you to read it like a book. I started reading the Bible, and then since I started reading the Bible, I started getting more questions. But when I would question God about what I was reading, he would give me the answer. He would give me the answer, because there were certain things I'm going, this can't be right, of how it was written. But out of going to, and then more books would come to me to get a deeper understanding about what was going in the Bible. Because Stacy, I'm like you, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
like
gonna
studying too.
look it up.
I
So
like dissecting words. Like I'll take one word and dissect it all to pieces.
exactly. So that's how I got patience, from looking up long suffering. I was like, oh, because guess what? One gives me power, one disempowers me. If I think I'm a Libra, if I want love, if I think I gotta long suffer, I'm disempowered. But if I think I gotta be patient, okay, I'm empowered. But so it's about, I'm either going to feed myself power in life, or I'm going to, let power leave me. I'm either going to give power, or I'm going to be disempowered. And so I really, I'm a wordsmith. So I take on words that give me power, because I'm going to tell you what's really deep about this whole thing. We'll go back. I want to hear from other people too. What is it that you must let go? What do you need to let go that no longer serves you? What do I need to let go of? The first thing Spirit told me was stop cussing. I was like, damn. Oh, see, there it is. And so stop cussing. I was like, oh, stop being, I'm not something. I'm not this. Stop being, I'm not something. Right? Because I'm going to tell you, for years, I was like, I'm not the minister. It's just, I've been doing this. I became a minister in 2007. It's just that the last 2 years I go, fine, I'm the minister. Okay. I freaking get it. Because guess what? God ain't letting me do nothing else. So I might as well just go on and be what he's telling me to be. Right? So like that. So stop saying I'm not the minister. I am the minister. And I bring that to the party, and I'm committed to that, to empower other people the way I'm empowered and inspired. So that's that. Okay, y'all, what else y'all get from this meditation? Because it was a powerful meditation. Because for those who joined later, we're going to take on meditating for 3 months, because January, February, March, because that's when the psychic is open to be impressed, to have what you want in your life impressed upon your mind, impressed on your subconscious. So we're pressing it down, though, so because once the subconscious get it, it will actually go to work to have it manifest for you. So what I wanted to have us impress upon our conscious and our subconscious was abundance, prosperity, and wealth. That's what we're gonna focus on. It's an experiment. Let's see what the universe do with that. Hey, I'm excited about that. So
Yeah.
what else did y'all get from the meditation? Lolly, what did you get from the meditation?
Okay, so
Uh-oh. You can tell
one,
she got something. Go ahead.
one
you
of
come
the
on
biggest
screen?
things, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so one of the biggest things I got from it was the willingness is the big thing. Because a lot of times I a lot of times I have opportunities to be and walk in my abundance. I have opportunities to make more money. I have opportunities to do things. And I don't have the willpower all the time to actually get up and go do it. So those doors, people, but like I was watching something the other day, and they're like, people say what's for me is for me, and it won't pass, and all of that, and it's like, there's an extent to that though. Like if the door of opportunity is open for you to walk through, and you walk past, it was for you, babe, but you didn't walk through it. So, if the door closes, it's on you. So that's the big thing for me is the willingness. But some of the things that I was getting, because at the end, he was like, write down what you saw or what you heard, what you need to work on. And so again, willingness to work. I want it to be whenever I have work assignments. One thing I want to work on is my time management and making sure that I really am efficient in that, and that am able to start and complete them on time. I wanted to have more intention behind the connections that I make in just in everything that I do, but especially when it comes to opportunities for abundance, especially financial abundance. And then for personally, I need to set more goals for myself, so that I can have something to look forward to and something to look back on and be like, hey, you actually did this. Like you can check that off. And that will make me, I'm such a driven, I have to be, I have to be driven by something. So if I see like, yeah, I'm checking these off, I have the willingness to do it, I've done it, I check it off. It's like, ooh, I can do more. I can do more now. Yes. So that's for me. That's what I was getting out of it. Is that I need to take my power. I need to take my power back in this, in my abundance. And I'm excited for that journey. But I also did want to mention real quick, I put it in the chat. But I wanted to mention, because we were talking about like long suffering versus patience, and then when you mentioned Buddhism, it was like, yep, because like we're talking about ending suffering, when especially in Buddhist philosophies, you're ending that suffering because you're finding that power in the peace that you have in the midst of what's going on, and it's a shift in your mindset that's happening in those situations. Is like, yeah, it may feel like everything's at the moment, it seems to you like everything is falling apart, but in truth, if you can have that patience and that peace in the midst of it, and have that mindset that this is all something that is formulated for me so that I can walk into my abundance, so I can walk into my blessings or whatever, it shifts everything for you, and you still have control, you still have power in your life. So yeah, I just wanted to add my little 2 cents to that. But yeah, that's all. Thank you.
That was really good. Thanks, Lolly. Really, thank you. Joy, anything for you?
Yes, what came to me was just being more open more open to abundance, more open to health, to better health, more open to goodness, and paying more attention to the words we use. People stay poor mentally in all aspects of their life, because I look at poor being an acronym for passing over opportunities regularly.
Oh, that's really
we do
good.
we do that all the time. Just like
Yeah,
Molly was saying, she has opportunities all the time, but
yeah,
that willingness. So being
yes.
open to have more willingness in my life.
So it's a couple of things in what you're saying.
Mhm.
Because also with the willingness came, he said you have to be a sacred yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a key word,
A
sacred.
sacred yes.
Sacred yes.
Right. And I want you to know I went to Egypt and Jamaica because I said yes for no other reason. Right. I said yes. And so it was just and I trusted my yes. Right. And you know, it was offered to a bunch of us, but it was only two of us who went yes. Right. Yes. And so my other friend, Takrisha started calling me up. She started going, oh, I don't know. And I don't know where I'm gonna get the money. And I was like, oh girl, I'm not listening to none of those conversations. I'm a yes, and I'm gonna stay a yes, and I'm not getting off the rock. I don't care what happened. I'm yes, and I'm going to Jamaica. She was like, here go to Krisha. Oh, that's what we doing? That's what we doing. So we both stayed yes, and we both went to Jamaica. Right?
All right.
Right. That's the key to be a yes. Right. And so I really took on being a yes. And out of being a yes, life has really opened up. Omani, you want to do, huh? Because what I had to take on, I'm a yes to everything anyway. I'd be overloaded. I'd be like, oh man, you got 10 things to do. How you go do that too? Right. But what I had to learn is I'm a yes until I'm a no. So I'd be yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I got 2 things to do today. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Now I'm a no. So I take on being a yes till I'm a no. But if I keep the yes in place, life offers me more and more and more because I'm a yes.
Red, could you expound on the sacred? Not just yes, but sacred. Yes.
Yes.
You know, it's like what? Okay. Oh, wait a minute, Stacy. Look up, Stacy. Look up sacred for us. Look up sacred for us. Let's look at it.
You're talking, but we don't hear you, boo. You're on Stacy.
She like 1 minute.
I'm on mute.
Trying to get that button.
Okay, so I looked it up and it said that a sacred yes is about being willing to take the open road. And something sacred is like wholly devoted, like to a religious ceremony, or simply worthy of awe and respect.
Okay, so wait a minute. I think the word there we're talking about Queen Adunia is looking for is wholly
Sacred.
devoted.
Wholly devoted?
Being wholly devoted to something.
Yes.
That has to be sacred. You know what I mean? And we got to really, really look. What in our life are we wholly devoted to? Not much. But I know one thing that we aren't really taught. Like, we're devoted to our spirituality, but we're not wholly devoted to our spirituality.
Yeah.
Right? In our spirituality, in our spirit, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we got to flip our thing over because mostly we're into our human experience. That ain't what's going to carry the day. It's going to be our spiritual experience that's going to get us through. So that's what we really need to get wholly devoted to. Right. You know, I hear people, you know, like even when we have class on whatever day we have class on, okay, if you was wholly devoted to God, because that's what we're doing in the Course of Miracles, we're renewing our relationship with God. You renew it. What if God decides, you know what? I don't want the sun to come up today. I ain't coming up. Or, you know what? I'm tired of like God is the water. I'm tired of the water going in and out, and I ain't doing that today.
Mhm.
I ain't go, that ain't God. I mean, it's like really. So, I really, really take on my spiritual practices to that point, because if I'm strong like that. When the moments I have a weak moment and I tend to float away because I am an air sign, I will float away because I'm so devoted to it. I'll flow right back into it. I don't stray far. I don't even and even when I'm straying far, I'm still doing something to stay in touch with God. Right. So that's what I want to say about that. So that's sacred, wholly devoted. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I really get that I'm wholly devoted because I'm reading about 4 places right now. Oh my God. Right. So yeah. Anybody else? Anything they want to say about this? Like what they saw? Like I really want to go back and hear it again because listen, y'all.
Yeah,
Um,
I will.
So I told y'all what was trying to emerge. It's stuck in my throat, so I still got to express that, right? Who must I become? What I wrote down is I must become relentless. I must become a relentless light worker, a relentless light bearer, allowing the light to shine, 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 and what? Shine. What no longer serves me, I need to let go. I had cussing, unwillingness. Like there's some things I'm just like, I'm not doing that. Unwillingness, unforgiveness. I'm really working with forgiveness because I'll forgive you, but I ain't messing with you no more like that. Well, I didn't cuss that time because that's right there. Right there, what I just said, that's a cussing word right there, but I left it out. I don't mess with you like that no more. And that's not total forgiveness. You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm really working with I'm asking God to get something more clear about that, because I don't think I forgive you in my heart. See, it's sort of, and I'm gonna ask about this, it's sort of like this, okay, okay, inside of a relationship or whatever, okay, you stepped on my toes. So I forgive you for stepping on my toes, but I'm gonna put my foot out there and let you step on my other toes. I don't think so. Once, this it's one of the parables in Buddhism where the Brahmin was almost about to be enlightened, and the demon came to him and said, "Oh, you ain't about to be enlightened." He was like, "Yes, I am. I only got one more step to enlightenment." He was like, "Well, if you such an alms giver, because that's what Buddhists are, you're such an alms giver, give me your eye." And he gave the demon his eye, and the demon stepped on it. So now you blind. And so guess what? He didn't get to enlightenment. He had to go back down, because it's like you don't give nobody your eye to make you blind. You don't do that. You don't give somebody your heart for them to pound on it. And then you want to go, I'm so hurt. Well, you gave them your heart. I'm like Alana Van Zandt. Now you knew it was a snake when you let it in. And then when it bites you, you want to be mad? Really? It's a snake. That's what they do. Right? So yeah, so I'm really working with forgiveness. And then the other piece that I wrote down, like my gifts and talents, and being present to my gifts and talents, right? So I really know my gifts and talents is communication. I'm loving. I have a willingness to step out there and go through something, and most people be like, hell no. Nah. I'm really committed, and being of service to God. I'm committed to being of service in life. Right. And I have a deep intention for practice and study. Right. I'm a student. I love that he said at the end, to be a student of life visioning. And I just put down for the next 3 months, because I'm going to really work with that like every day and press it down to see what pops up, because our wealth is in there, and because we don't know how to get it out. Right. So this is that information I got last night about you have 3 months to impress on your subconsciousness to whatever it is you want. And so really take that time, because the next 3 months it's about reaping the getting the seeds. Those seeds are being planted. And so the next 3 months the seeds will start to sprout. You'll start to see the fruits. Come March, April, May, you'll start to see the fruits of it and start to see it grow. Then in the summer months, you'll start to be able to pick your fruit from what, can you get that? So that's what that is about. So it's a grand experiment. So that's what I have for class today, y'all. If somebody got something else they want to share, but that's what I got for class today.
What is the it was I think it's a book or something you guys just said you're reading or something.
A Course in Miracles?
A Course in Miracles. Is that a book?
Uh-huh. It's a book.
Okay.
Yep, it's a book.
From Amazon?
You can get it on Amazon. It's not, doesn't have an author. Oh, there it is. Yeah, The Foundation for Inner Peace. This is written by.
Is it on audio?
Uh-huh. They got it on audio.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Yep, they got a lot of lessons on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, they got a lot of lessons on YouTube. But I don't know, I find those people quite boring. But you can check them out.
Okay.
Oh, when I just want to hear. I want to read along and
read along with them. Mm-hmm.
And I play it like over and over again. Like today's lesson, I played it over and over again, and I just really got it, and it resonated with me. But I wanted to say, Stacey, that you should not. I would suggest you read it with someone who can guide you, because just reading from front to back is that's not it.
The Course
you mean
of
like
Miracles?
get the book and get the book and
You
do
jump
the
in
audio,
class.
go with the audio as well?
Well, let me say what so the audio is like, when I'm in the kitchen, and I often turn on the guy, the one that I listen to, he literally reads it. He's not like interpreting it. He's reading it for the chapters.
Yeah,
And then the back, the lady, she does it every day. The next one will come up, the next one. She just reads it and she explains it very, very gently, and like you're talking to your grandma or something, but and then reading along with it. And I'll send you that one particular one, but having it in the background, just that particular person that reads it is cool. But the breakdown is where you need to get in class, so that you can ask the questions and get more understanding of it. But if just to have it playing, this particular one, both of them is really cool. But really, it's you need to just jump into class, which Reverend, she teaches that. That's her baby right there. And
so when is the class? The class I'm assuming it already started. And
yeah, but another one. So this is how I lead the class. When somebody say like, you going, okay, I want to do that. And I'm like, okay. But now by you saying that, whoever else wants to read and can hear it, they'll start to come. And they'll go, okay, I want to read. And then when I get 8 to 10 people, then we start reading. Right?
Okay.
But this is the thing about the Course in Miracles. It's not information to be gathered. You know how we like to gather information? Just like, we want a whole bunch of information. This ain't that. This is on the court. You got to practice it. If you don't practice it, you ain't gonna get nothing. So it's rigorous. It's for 1 year, and it's a 1 year practice where you renewing your relationship with God. But I can tell, Stacey, too, you're really into Christianity, and the Course in Miracles challenges a lot of what Christianity says.
Okay.
It challenges it. You know what I mean? The church, they keep the thing about the church is blame, shame, and guilt. Right? It's how they keep you pulled in, but blame, shame, and guilt. The Course in Miracles says you don't have no blame, you don't no shame, no guilt. You're guiltless.
There's no such
thing. Yeah,
as...
I totally believe that.
Yeah, so it's like it's you're sinless. You're not a worthless sinner. No, you're blessed and highly favored. So the Course in Miracles challenges a lot of because it has to do with the ego, i.e. the devil. And so it's distinguishing your highest self, your God self, from your egoic self. And how does the ego sound and how does Holy Spirit sound? And you get those two voices distinguished. And once you get those two voices distinguished, you have a lot of power that you don't think you have. Because as you grow spiritually, your ego grows right with you. And so, you'll think it's God talking to you and it'll be your ego.
Yeah, I think I kind of got a grasp on spirituality versus religion.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
That,
I
yeah.
am more in tune spiritually than religion and what people say you should do, shouldn't do,
Yes.
the judgments that people place on you,
Yes.
and stuff like that. I'm not with that program.
Okay, good. I got you. Because when I went to look for my book, y'all, I'm like, my book ain't even here, dang it. But where it talks about, I have a book that talks about how they switched the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments were not really commandments, don't do this and don't do that. The 10 commandments are really prosperity commandments.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of them is no worship of idols.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And when it's like when it's idols, it's like when we're into, people are into drama or chasing money or any of those kind of things, those are all idols.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like I was talking to my friend yesterday and he was saying something about money, but it's like you've made money your idol. Because you want to chase the money. Money is not, you don't go to, oh, I don't have to do that. Oh, I was talking to somebody else. I don't have to do that because God, she want to call her baby daddy up and, keep that drama in place. I need money. And he don't have the money. Well, hell, he got 6 damn kids. He ain't got no money. Why you messing with him? He got 6 kids by 3 different mamas. He ain't got no money. But and now you mad because he don't give you no money. He ain't got no money. But why you trying to get some money from somebody who ain't got the money? God got your money. What happened to God is the source and substance of my supply. Hello. Right? You got to be able to stand on God is my source and all my needs are met. And guess what? If you keep standing on God is my source and all my needs are met, guess what? All your needs will be met. Because that's the source. So it's actually the Course of Miracles actually turns your thinking and your perception around so you can actually see where you're thinking and where you're coming from and turn it around in a way that it's just super powerful, man. It's super powerful.
Yeah, and it also it's about a daily practice that
you got to practice
daily, where you practice that every day.
Yeah, you got to practice
every day. So when we talked about bringing up, then I know we're out at the end, but the long suffering, it's and what I love is God says in an instant. There's no you don't have to suffer through things, long suffering in an instant. And
yeah, because it's the holy instant.
Yeah, the holy instant, the suddenly.
Yeah, but guess what the holy instant is? The holy instant is oh, you remember who you are.
Yeah, right.
you remember that God is in control. You remember that where the source of your supply comes from. You remember that there's no suffering. You remember that you are guiltless. Like I've been ringing my bell all week. You feel guilty about something. I've been ringing my bell, but it's my gong. Like you take it to a higher court. What's the higher court? You take it to God. And when it comes to God, God is always, you're not guilty. You my baby. I made you, you my child. I made you perfect, holy, complete. That's just what it is. And I don't care what they say. Come over here with me, baby. And that's just what your father or your mother would do. When you somebody out there trying to do something, be like, my mama would be like, baby, come over here. Say something to my baby again. Here. That's what my mama was. Right? And that's just how God is with you when you his child and when you really, really get that, right? Because when it says what you trying to do to hurt me, God will use it for my good. That's the truth. So like that. So you actually get really clear about the principles that they've sort of tainted, right? They sort of not tainted, but twisted it around, twisted them, right? But yeah. So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So when you read it, you're gonna be like, what somebody should have been told me that. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that kind of read. And if you really look at if you read and listen to any of the self-help books, everybody talk about the Course in Miracles. All of them do. All of them are mentioning somewhere along the line at some point in time.
So it's more geared toward like self-development, like
spiritual self-development. Spiritual self-development. Okay, so this is the piece. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Okay, good. This is the piece for me. Like God wants me to teach. Okay, so I've been like trying to see what is it, and what I'm learning through my own growth is God wants me to teach spiritual anatomy. See, because when you can spiritually know where to go to have a breakthrough when you're dealing with something, it's powerful. Whereas before I got this information and studied this information, I would get trapped in life. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to go. I don't know. I would get like that. But now nothing's a trap for me because I have something. I have a tool that I can apply to the situation that I have me have a breakthrough so I can walk through smoothly and easily. When I fall off the horse, I got a tool or some step ladders to be able to get back on my horse and keep riding. Where, I messed up again. I don't have that anymore. I don't have that feeling of being trapped. It's like just like with your brother. I don't have that thing with my people no more. I'm either gonna be complete with it, but I'm not gonna be in turmoil, silent suffering about it. Right. And it's gonna work out. It's gonna be okay. I know how to go within now, ask God, get the tool I need, and then go make a difference and make it happen. Or even just go in because when I go in now, God will send to me what I need. It'll just come to me. It's like when the scripture says, this is what I've had to learn: be still and know that I am. When something happened, I go quiet first and listen for God, because that's how God created. If you want to be a powerful creator, you create like God. And what did God do? He said, how he started off creating was, let there be light. Okay, what does that mean? You in a situation and it's a dark situation. You go, okay, God, I got an issue over here, some darkness, a problem. Let me put some light on that for me. But what I'm going to do while you putting the light on it for me so I can see how to go deal with it, I'm going to sit here and be still and wait on you. And then I get still and I wait on God. I say what I need. I wait on God for him to give me an inkling, some energy or some direction on which way to go. And then when I get that, I go and it's golden every time. So I had to learn to be still and know that God got this. It's powerful, super powerful for me. I don't have to worry. God got this, especially Black women, we think we're in control of something. So I don't have to be in control. I'll be like, ooh, God, ooh, God. I'll wait. The God, let me know what you want me to do about this. And then he let me know what he want me to do about it. And then I go do it.
Waiting is good.
Oh, wait a minute, that's my jam, girl. Them that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise on wings like an eagle and soar. They shall walk and not get weary, and they shall run and never fail. Them that wait on the Lord. Girl, that was my jam.
All right, Keisha.
Jam. That was my gospel jam. But when I read the Bible, girl, the thing is in Proverbs.
Absolutely.
It's in Proverbs. I was like, what? I was like, oh, that song is a scripture. Yep. But that's why God had me read the Bible. I'm a Buddhist, but most of the people I talk to, they're Christian, but I'm an interfaith minister. So I got to be able to talk to everybody, the Buddhists, the Christians, the Muslims, the atheists. I can talk to the atheists now. Before, I didn't have no time for them. Y'all heathens.
Well, you don't believe in what?
I know, right? No. Let me get away from you. You're about to get struck by lightning. I don't want to be too close.
What's that song? I love God. You don't love
God? What's wrong with you?
God.
What's wrong with you? You don't love God. What's wrong with you? Yeah. So that's class for today, y'all. Queen Aduni, back to you. Close us out.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank
Anyone
you,
wanna
Holy
share
Spirit, for this
something?
class.
Absolutely. Great, great, great class. All right, then we will convene in the AM of Friday. And one of the things that but I had heard was that are you cleansing? It was in my horoscope myself daily. Daily, not just whenever. And I said, wow, I don't like literally focus on releasing, being prepared for the new day. Yeah.
Very good. That's
Yeah.
powerful.
And also that I get you, Lakeisha, that Rev did mention that she's going to set up for us to do vision boards and for the year. And so we look forward to that. Lakeisha, you wanted to say something?
Yes. So I didn't come in with I came from the tail end of the manifestation with Michael Vick, but it was confirmation today because I heard you talk about the winter solstice. And so yesterday when I was meditating, this guy came up and today was talking about the winter solstice and the power of 12, 21 and the numbers. And I just want to say, he was saying that today, either 12 midnight or 12 be a great time to write down your manifestations that you want to have. And so I just wanted to say 12 o'clock is coming. So that's what I plan on doing when I get my hair done, is to talk about the things to myself, the things that I want to manifest, happen, what I'm grateful for, things like that. And it was talking about the power of 12. And I don't know, 12 always been my favorite number. It was talking about the power of 12 and the number 1 and different things like that. So I just wanted to know if y'all had said anything about that today. It was like confirmation that I need to meditate more. And this is the time to open up to manifest the things that you want through this period, because I had never heard of it before. For y'all to speak about that today, I just felt like that was confirmation for me to sit down, meditate, and get my manifestation.
Yeah. Unmute yourself, Pat Rev.
2024 is an 8 year. So it is the year of the money, material, success, and efficiency. So if you are clear, the money will come to you this year. It's open to come. So that's how come I just thought this was so appropriate for today to get us in the right space, and so we'll know what we're doing.
Wonderful.
So good job, y'all. Everybody, thank you.
Good. One of them. Oh, and hug the world. And sprinkle all the goodness that you want on your life, on your family, on your community, and the world. A wonderful day.
All right, you guys. Love y'all.
Love y'all too.
Bye, ladies.
Okay, peace.